meters. Starter hit the lever, runners centre on their way from the 1400 metre marker, marching on together, and Mr. Greenlight twice as smart, they the last three. Run to Denmark's the first one to go. TRISTFUL is right there shortly after the start. Captain and Masters going around them. That's in the blue, and further back is a Franchi in the yellow near the rail. Seattle Skyline, that's in the orange, then marching on together, followed by Mr. Greenlight and twice as smart, and that's racing about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. Run to Denmark, a length and a quarter. Captain and Master second, and TRISTFUL's at the rail third. Seattle Skyline's in the orange fourth, then a Franchi. Marching on together's got about 5 lengths to track down with Mr. Greenlight, twice as smart at the end of the field. Homeward bound, and that leader, Run to Denmark. Captain and Masters moving up on the outside, and TRISTFUL goes for the split down the inside. Then Seattle Skyline, a Franchi. Coming to the 400, Run to Denmark. TRISTFUL's on the inside. Captain and Masters now being asked to run. Behind that, Seattle Skyline. And it's TRISTFUL. Captain and Masters under pressure, big time now. And TRISTFUL comes into the lead. Twice as smart running on. TRISTFUL twice as smart, then Captain and Master, but TRISTFUL wanted. Second, maybe Captain and Master, twice as smart, and then Run to Denmark. Number 6, TRISTFUL, the Trippy. Winner now of 2 from its last 3, and wins it Tony Riverland, Mary Riley, Sean Veal, another winner for him, and number 6 pays up at 6.20. Second goes to number 1, Captain and Master. Came under early pressure, looked at one time it was going to run unplaced, but stays on for second. Twice as smart as third. Run to Denmark, Seattle Skyline, marching on together. So the winner, number 6, it pays up 6.20. Tote favourite number 1, and that's on the right hand side. You can see under big pressure, Captain and Master, and TRISTFUL, who was alongside when they turned into the home stretch, just bolts away from the opposition. So at the end of race 6, it's TRISTFUL, Captain and Master just snaking in for that second position, and then twice as smart. That's the running of race 6. There's your photo, and the 4th position to Run to Denmark. Back to the studio.
Well, as they say, there's no rules in racing, and this is the run of his life. He's put it to bed, and he's come through number 6, TRISTFUL. Now, when you saw the field with a horse like Captain and Master, you elected to take your chances.
Yeah, Sheldon, you know, I wanted to run him on the grass. He was in next Wednesday, drawn 1 in a poly over a mile. I knew it was a penalty kick there, but at this time of the year when it's a bit warm, I felt I'd missed the poly. But obviously when Captain and Master took his place, you know, you start thinking to yourself, this is not my finest moment. Having said all of that, I've had great faith in this horse. I said to Mary from a long time, I said, if we found a good one, we've been looking for a good one, this could be it. Doesn't show that much at home, but there's just a lot about him that you, when you
just has that X factor,
you know, and so I knew it was going to be a tough task. I think he'll go much further. I think he's bid over 16 or an 1800 meter race. I thought it was Sean gave me a lot of confidence. He was obviously also worried a bit about Captain and Master, but also well done to Gary Player Stud, because Gary phoned me from America this morning, him and Wayne. I told Gary a while back that, I think he might have bred a really good one here, and I said, I would love to be the person who trains a really good one for him. So let's hope he goes on from here. You must never get ahead of yourself, notwithstanding this was a really good field and that we think quite a lot of him. You don't want to get ahead of yourself. They've got to pull up sound. Everything's got to keep going well, and now we got to plot and see where we're going to go next,
Well, well done on this performance. It's at the top draw today.
Thank you, and of course, well done to Mary. I'm delighted for her.
Well done.
Thank you.
Jockey Sean Veal, he's having the trot of his life and just having a look-see. You know a bit about TRISTFUL, and obviously Captain and Master was the talking horse, but you elected to take him on.
Yes, next week this was in a boat race next week, drawn 1, and Mr. Riverland elected to go for this race. So I'm grateful that he won this race, because next week I thought it was a penalty kick, which Anton was riding him anyway. But
you got in before Anton, so well done.
I'm glad I can do 55, so it helps me. But well done to Mr. Riverland. I said from day one, I've always liked him. First time out and I rode him, he gave me such a tremendous feel. And second time out, I rode a favorite in the race and I said, he's the horse to beat. And even he was a big horse and stuff, he brought his necessary improvement and he won a good race and he won his maiden. Then he followed up with a very good run. And today, drawn 2, I was in a box seat. I was going to make the other horse, I thought the other horse would lead today and I was going to make him carry his weight today, but obviously they took a sit on the other horse and when top of a straight, when I straightened him up and pulled him out, he just quickened away from him. Well done to Mr. Rivlin and to Mrs. Liley. I'm so glad I can ride Mrs. Liley a winner. And to Mr. Rivlin and Terry, thank you very much. And to my sponsors, LG Panel Beaters. I think they're still here on the course. Well done to them.
Super. Well done.
Thank you. Just a big thanks to Mrs. Liley again.
Let's get Mrs. Mary Liley into the picture. The horse is called TRISTFUL, and you had a lot of trust in this fella.
Well, I did, but Tony didn't, unfortunately. But he did early on. He said, this is your best horse, early on. Anyway, congratulations to Gary Player, because he bred him. Funnily enough, Tony said he phoned him this morning, and Tony couldn't give him any confidence. Anyway, well done, Gary. And to the stable, of course. And to Sean, he rode a very good race. And it's very exciting. At least looks as if I've got a good horse.
That's the thing. You wait for that decent horse to come, and this could be the big one.
You do.
Well done.
Yes, that's what you try for all the time, to get the big one.
Super.
So hope he's there.
There we go. Hopeful and well done. Number 6, TRISTFUL. Mrs. Mary Liley really enjoys her racing, and this could be the big horse to put her back on the map.